Hi, and here's your astrology forecast for May 29th to June 4th. For Sunday, May 29th, today can be a great day for relaxing and dreaming with the moon in Pisces, because it really likes being in the sign ruled by Jupiter. Now, in the United States, this is a Sunday of a holiday weekend, so it's a great time to relax and take it easy. Early afternoon, about 1 p.m., the moon has a strong Neptune influence to it. So do something dreamy. Perhaps go to see a movie or a play. Concentrated, rigid thinking is not a thing to do with a Moon-Neptune aspect. There is a difficult aspect to Saturn at about 3:30 p.m., followed by some tension with Jupiter. So it really is best to relax and enjoy yourself this afternoon. Just tell people, my astrologer told me so. Now, today finishes up with a nice aspect to Mercury around 9 o'clock Chicago time. So it's a good time to get some advice with someone who's smart or get into a good conversation. Monday, May 30th, the Pisces moon makes a positive aspect to Mars in the early evening, settling down any conflicts that you may have had to happen over the weekend. Now, the moon enters Aries at about 8 p.m. Chicago time, so you may find some extra late-night energy. Now, be careful to wind down your day. The whole day does have a background of Mercury trine Pluto, so don't be surprised if you get into some intense conversations, but they should turn out okay with a positive aspect. Tuesday, May 31st. This Back to Work Tuesday has some pretty positive aspects to it, with the moon making a good aspect to Venus shortly before noon. So if you're going to ask someone out at work, this would be a good time and it would give you a bit of an edge. A little later, about 2 p.m., a nice aspect of the sun would give you an advantage in asking a favor from the boss. And at about 6:30 p.m., you'd have extra points for calling up Grandma or Grandpa with a positive aspect to Saturn, which is the ruler of older people. Now, there is a tense aspect to Pluto finishing up today at about 9:30, so just be careful about power plays with close friends late at night, or just go to bed early. Now, Tuesday, June 1st, if you have something important to start today, do it before about 10:30 a.m., as the moon does go void of course at that time, and you should really take it easy for the rest of the day and just stick to routines. Now, there is a difficult aspect to Neptune later in the evening, so do be careful about possible fuzzy thinking or some misunderstandings. But the moon enters Taurus at about 9:45 p.m., which will really help to make the general mood better. Now, Thursday, June 2nd, that moon in Taurus helps to make the day generally pleasant. So it would be great for artists and anyone doing gardening or pleasurable activities in general. If you like starting projects later in the evening, the moon makes a positive aspect to Jupiter at about 10:30 p.m., and it would be a great time to start any project at about that time. Do be careful today about confusion in relationships, though, with Venus square Neptune today. It gives a difficult background for relationships in general. Now, Friday, June 3rd, today is another day with difficulties for relationships, with Venus opposing Saturn right on the heels of problems from yesterday with Neptune. Now, the Sun is also opposing Saturn today. Sorry, so be prepared to discipline yourself, or circumstances will do it for you and it won't be pleasant. While other astrologers will mention the moon being void of course today in the evening, the moon is in Taurus. So we can ignore that for the time being. Okay? Later in the evening, the moon moves into Gemini at about 10 p.m., setting up writers and communicators for a good evening and a good day into tomorrow. Saturday, June 4th, the moon makes some difficult aspects today, so it's best to just relax. But from about 10:30 on, 9:30 to about 10:30 p.m., the moon makes a very tight conjunction to the sun. Now, it'd be great for either starting things in general or in particular starting something in secret that you have to have good results later. Now, in general, though, I would recommend at least until tomorrow, if you don't make that 1 hour time slot, to start any big new projects on the crescent moon instead of the date of the new moon. Now remember to look up my beginning astrology lecture on YouTube for a good overview of astrology in general. And as always, may the stars in their courses bless you today and every day.